defensively, how much does it help having such a strong defense, such a strong scheme going against those guys in practice?
Yeah, it's one of the best defenses in the country, and I think they've helped us get better just in terms of competitions, in terms of certain players in certain areas who are good at some things and need to work on some things. We've been able to help each other, I think, get better as this this training camp's gone on, and we'll look to keep that going tomorrow. Excuse me.
Thank you.
What's the biggest difference you see looking back to where you were a year ago and where you are now, just as a team? I mean, having a new offensive coordinator, just some new pieces in place. How much difference do you see this year, or what are the biggest differences you see in the program?
Yeah, I think the biggest differences have been in competitiveness, because it's really hard. I don't know. I think as a younger guy, I haven't realized how much the team's changed year to year, but this year I think I've felt more physicalness and a lot more competition, I think, at each position, and it's been really fun. The entire year of 2024 has been really fun. Spring practice, it got started all the way in January with weight room stuff, but it's been really competitive, and you can't ask for more out of the guys than that, and just trying to get better every day, and especially in the trenches. I think we're very, very veteran on both sides of the ball, so we've been helping each other a lot, and learning from each other, and just trying to do what we can to get better.
Do you sense a different energy, especially on offense, with having a new OC? Is there a lot to adjust to, or do you feel like, boy, this team really has something special cooking up now?
Yeah, both. I think we got something special cooking, and it's just a matter of keeping that cooking. Keeping the stove on, and how satisfied we are with little successes versus what we're trying to chase is being a really good offense, and with differences in the tempo and the motions and all that sort of stuff, we've been able to attack different areas of the field, and I think it's been really beneficial. But as a line group, it's just about going out there and blocking somebody really hard. So we've just been really focused on that. But as an offense as a whole, it's definitely a lot different and a little more energy, I think, from the whole group.
Good job of running with the analogy. It seems like this year's offensive line especially has such a veteran group, so many guys who have starting experience, so many redshirt seniors it seems. Do you sense that just you guys have a different feel this year, just that there's a lot more maybe comfortability coming into the season, knowing that you guys have so much Big Ten and in-game experience?
Yeah, I think honestly quite the opposite. I think there's less comfortability because there's so much competition in the room right now, and with so many veteran guys. I mean, we got at least 6 guys who can play, so there's only 5 spots on the field, right? So that one guy is, even as old as you are, you're still competing for that playing time on the field. But as a group, we look after each other, and I think I've felt more off the field that we've been more connected, I think, than ever. And this is the oldest group that I've probably had since I've been here as a freshman in 2020. That might have been the 2020 year, might have been the oldest. But in terms of like a giant senior class of guys who have spent a lot of time on the field, like we've got it. And we've got young guys that are just they're working and scrapping, trying to push a lot of the older guys for playing time too. So, as a group, I think we're getting a lot better every day, and we always look after, and it's never personal. That's the biggest thing that I love about this group is, if another guy's in, you're cheering him on just as much as you are yourself. So.
Cody Fox is an Eastern Iowa kid who's with this program now, freshman. I don't know how much time he's seen on the field, but what have you seen out of Cody Fox that makes him look special?
Oh, I love Cody. He's doing a great job. He's his biggest thing, he's so personable. I can tell he's got a great personality, and he's smiling. He's always happy, and he's always really focused on the field. I think that's a good thing too, because you can be a clown off of it, but once you step on this green grass out here, like it's serious stuff, and you can tell he really wants to be coached and wants to get better. And I think he's loved being a Hawk fan his whole life. His older brother obviously was here, so he showed him a few things, but he's just trying to get better every day, and you love to see it from a freshman who's just going out there, just being a kid and playing as hard as he can. And we're getting him a little wired up with the fundamentals right now. So
I know it's only been 8 days, but what's just been your first impressions of Brendan, as he gets acclimated with the offense and things of that nature?
Yeah, he's done a great job. The funniest thing was the NCAA football game came out, and Cade had a faster speed rating than Brendan did. And I was kind of confused, but, Cade's shown some wheels too, but Brendan's pretty fast. He's got dual threat ability, I think, but in terms of leading the offense, like he's gone on some great drives during practice, and been really impressed to see him just get acclimated to the offense. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with every quarterback in the room right now. They're all kind of starting at ground zero. That Coach Lester, I don't know if he brought in any Green Bay Packers with him from Green Bay, but each of them is doing a really good job right now of commanding the huddle, I think, and then getting up to the line and adjusting based off the picture they see. But Brandon's done a great job.
How about just the attrition of this team? It feels like we just talked about
We've talked about the injuries and health last year. Now you guys seem pretty healthy. How cool does that feel that everyone so far, most of the guys, seem pretty healthy right now?
Yeah, last year was pretty tough with injuries. A lot of guys going down, but right now everybody's healthy for the most part, which is pretty cool to see. We all get to go out there and compete with each other for what seems like forever ago. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to see everybody out there healthy. Dunk, me, like all these guys had super annoying injuries, and we had to play through them, which is part of football. But we're feeling the best we've felt in a long time, and hopefully we can stay that way for a little bit. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Mason talked about horizontal leadership on this team of the offensive line room. Just with the experience you guys have, the talent you have, does anything feel different this year?
Yeah, I just think we've been playing with each other for 3 years now, and horizontal leadership, I think that's huge, right? I should be able to trust every guy in this room, that they're going to get their job done and lead at some point, right? And I just think the biggest thing that feels different is, the amount of time we've been together. I think we spent so much time this summer together, whether it's playing golf, going down the slip and slide, or going to the Ozarks together. We want to be together, which is pretty cool, and we've developed a room that's super close, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Like my role's offensive line, you're saying?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, of just like kind of. I mean, at offensive line, you're either going right or left, pass or run, So, I mean, it's a little bit different, but I definitely think we're all working on improving, and I definitely think that it's been really helpful this camp. So.
Fourth year junior, right? What does a successful season look like for you at the end of the year?
I definitely say this: an improved O-line and improved offense. Like I'm not really worried about individual accolades or anything like that. I just want to help my offensive line do well and my offense do well.
Thank you.
Yep.
What are some of the key things you're looking for to ensure that the offensive line improves this year with your influence?
Well, on the field, I'm definitely just excited for more improvement and just getting closer together and playing together. So it's gonna be a good time.
There's been a lot of, I think, variety in camp. Obviously, different cadences with Cade or Marco or Brendan. So, what's kind of some of the tricks of the trade you guys are picking up on in order to truly be in sync with all your quarterbacks?
Well, I mean, the quarterbacks will have different things that they do, So I just try to do a good job of listening to them in the huddle and doing whatever they tell me to do, And if they have to change something at the line or whatever, I just do exactly what they tell me to do.
So, you mentioned no accolades, and you just want the line to be better. Are there certain things that you guys are actively working on as a unit to improve ahead of week 1?
Yeah, I mean, we're just working on improving every day, and we'll watch film, and then we'll each take one thing in the run, one thing in the pass to improve on the next day. So I think that's how you really make strides forward within your blocking and that kind of stuff.
All right. So new OC, I think everybody's been saying that all year. New OC, new OC, new OC. But what is kind of some of the things that Tim Lester has told you that might be a little fresher than maybe previous times, just in terms of things that you're not used to hearing every day?
Sure. He definitely has a little bit of different terminology, just coming from like a different place. Everybody's gonna have different terminology, so that kind of stuff took. I don't know. It didn't take long to get used to, but you just kind of got to understand what he's talking about with just small things, So I guess that's probably the biggest. I'd say almost new thing within the verbiage of the play calls and stuff.
How far do you think this Iowa offense can go in 2020?
Sure. I mean, I think we can go as far as as long as we improve. We just got to improve every day and work on getting better and work on the small things. So.
Of how you're feeling right now, I got to imagine that especially guys like you and Kate have got to be the hungriest guys on the team to get back out there the way after last season and not being able to finish the season healthy.
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's just super a blessing to be back out, be healthy again, and go back out there. So I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, talk about the depth of this tight end room, because it seems like you've got at least a handful of future NFL players on this lineup. How much are they helping push you to be a better tight end?
Yeah, we have a lot of guys in the room that can go and can be out there on the field. So it's super cool, and I'm just super excited to have that type of depth. Because as you can see last year, 2 guys go down and all of a sudden it's, all these guys got to go out there. And, I felt like there was no drop off in the room. They did a great job, and it was super fun to watch them succeed. And yeah, they push me every day, and I try to push them. So it's been cool.
I know in the past you've talked about just a guy who smiles all the time. You're a pretty happy, good-natured guy. Talk Tell me about the switch that you have to flip to get out there and play such a violent game.
Yeah, off the field I am pretty happy, but on the field I'm not. It's not about that. I'm just trying to go out there and really succeed. So you have to. There is a flip or a switch you got to flip, but it's more of a process. I try to keep for myself.
I was going to say, is there music or anything you listen to, or anything that helps you do that?
No, when you strap the helmet on, you gotta close your eyes a little bit and breathe, and you're ready to go. So that's all it takes.
Yeah. How much more are we going to see Hayden Large as a tight end this year? It sounds like he's maybe getting a little bit more reps over there. Is he a guy that's going to be catching a lot more passes this year?
Yeah, I think so. Hayden's been doing really well this fall camp, and just super excited to see how his processes came. I think we will see some more of him, at tight end, and I just can't wait for him.
What is, when you look back to where you guys were as an offense a year ago to where you are now, having a new OC, having guys healthy again, what's the biggest maybe change or difference you've seen this year?
The biggest change, I just feel like we're just approaching it really well all together, and I just feel like we're going out there and pushing each other every day, trying to build chemistry, trying to learn what the new stuff, and it's been really good, and I just can't wait to get out on the field.
Especially you and Ostranga are the guys that a lot of fans might know. Who's maybe a younger tight end that people don't know their name yet that's coming up and maybe is going to either get some playing time this year or is going to be a big name guy in the future?
Yeah. I think Zach Ortworth, he had a 54-yard catch last year against Rutgers, so people might remember that. And he's been doing really well. He knows the offense so well, and I'm just super pumped for him. He has a really bright future.